Hey everyone, just a quick word before we get started on this beer review. If you're interested in purchasing any of these beers that you see on my channel, stick around to the end of the video and I will tell you where you can purchase them at online. Now, isn't that lovely? Have beer shipped right to your home and don't have to go anywhere. All right, enjoy the video. Cheers to that. Welcome, my friends. Thanks so much for stopping by once again as we sample some more great tasting international craft beers with Dr. Dave. Fantastic. Now for our sampling pleasures and tasting delights today. Oh, an all-time classic. I haven't had this in ages. Saw it on the store shelf and got all excited. Czechvar. The Czechvar from the Czech Republic. This is the original Czech lager. Now, a lot of people claim to be the original. Who's the original? Nobody really knows. I will tell you, nobody knows. This does check in at 5% alcohol by volume, and I'm so happy to see that they put production codes on here these days for international beers. We have another 2 months to enjoy this beer. Not to worry. We're going to enjoy it right now. We're not going to wait for 2 months to go by. I can tell you that. I don't have a bottle cap from this brewery any longer. I sold my collection of bottle caps on eBay sometime back. Yeah, I sold them in two lots. One was 5,000 caps and the other was 3,500 caps. That's a lot of beer caps. But I had been collecting them since forever. Yeah, I wish I had some of them because some of those brewers are no longer in existence, but that's okay. We're going to do what we got to do, right? We're going to use this lovely fluted beer glass designed especially for a lager style beer. Let's see what we got going on here. This is not your traditional Euro lager. It's not. It's not your daddy's Pilsner either. Oh man, now look at that color. See, that's what I'm talking about right off the bat. On the screen, it doesn't really pay homage to what the color is in front of me. Man, that is a beautiful dark golden color. Oh man, it's lightly carbonated with a bright white bit of foam on there. That beer looks lovely, doesn't it? Let's get some aroma. Hmm Now, I'm not sure what hops are in here, but it is spicy with a floral aroma, which generally lends to being Saaz hops. But there's other varieties of hops that could be in here as well, giving that spiciness. Hey, we got to thank the brewers there in the Czech Republic. I'm telling you, it's hard for me to say Czech Republic because I visited that country when it was Czechoslovakia. Now it's the Czech Republic and Slovakia. Yeah, two separate nations altogether. So cheers to the brewers there in the Czech Republic, and cheers to you at home for watching. Man, ooh wee, that does have some spiciness to it, I tell you. But it's got a slightly dry and bitter finish, and that's the one thing I've always liked about this beer. Now, this is another beer I was lucky enough to get on tap only once. There was a brew, not really a brew pub, I'm sorry, just a brew bar in Cleveland once upon a time, and it's been closed for many years now. And this is one of the beers that I had on tap there. Man, you see, bars like that, though, that sell those real interesting specialty beers, they don't hang around long because there's not enough interest. You know, people come in and they want a Bud, they want a Bud Light, they want a Coors Light, they want something they're familiar with. You know, to get the average person to try a Czech bar, man, it's like pulling teeth because, what is that? That's from the Czech Republic. I don't think I want that. Dad used to always tell us when we were kids, how do you know you don't like that food until you try it? And I tell you what, we had to sit there because we knew we weren't going to get anything else for dinner. So we had to sit there and eat it. That's the way that went. You know, you're going to eat that or you're going to be hungry until breakfast. I'll tell you. It might be considered child abuse today, but it's really not because it made us eat the food that we were given. Yeah, because our parents weren't rich. Yeah, you have to eat what's put in front of you, and that's the end of the story. Mm, this is one fine beer. Now we'll just put this little stick in here for just a moment, agitate it, bring that foam back up because, man, I tell you, At least for me, presentation is half the battle. Yeah, because who wants to drink a beer that looks flat as a pancake? Now that looks inviting, doesn't it? Beautiful golden color, carbonation flowing up from the bottom, beautiful bit of foam at the top there. I mean, this is perfect. What else do you want? It's a light bodied beer. Watch what I'm doing there. Light bodied beer with a light mouth feel, and it's got light to medium carbonation, and it's just a good all around beer. Of course, you could pair this with any food that you want, but when you have a beer like this that's chock full of flavor, I tend not to want to pair it with food. I mean, if you just want something to wash down your food, yeah, use water. Yeah, but save this beer for the full flavor, taste, and enjoyment that it's going to bring you. Look at that. Isn't it lovely? Mm. The Czech people do two things really well. Beer is one of them. Of course, I can't say the other one because YouTube is really strict these days on things like that. So I'll keep that to myself. But if you look it up on the web, you might find out what they're really good at besides beer. All right, my friends, life is short. Let's be happy. Man, if you've never tried this beer before, you're really missing out. If you like a good lager, mm, this is it right here. This is really a good one. Don't miss out. All right, then, until we meet next time, here's wishing all of you the very best of goodbyes. And as always, cheers. Okay, everyone. As promised, Dr. Dave's going to tell you where he buys his beers and where you can buy them also. First on the list is rivalrybrews.com. Now, don't worry, I'm going to put the links in the description box for you. Rivalry Brews is a relatively new mail order place. It's based right here in Ohio, in Medina, and they are fantastic. I tell you what, when they first started, I got free shipping on all the beers. Now I think they charge me $2. $2 for 12 beers. That's fantastic. Now, as far as I know, they ship to the lower 48, but you might want to check the website on that. I can't be 100% sure, but the shipping is fast. The turnaround is fast, and if anything's wrong, they will fix it right away. I only had one issue with them, and they refunded half my purchase order, which I thought was more than fair. More than fair. So anyway, by the way, disclaimer, I don't get any money on any of this. I'm not affiliated with any of these beer companies. They don't know I'm doing this. I'm just telling you where to buy the beer. Now, one day I may be affiliated, and if I am at that point, I'll certainly let you know. So, Rivalry Brews, located right here in Ohio, they specialize in Ohio beers, beers from Pennsylvania and Indiana. So, if you want some good Ohio craft beer, that's a good place to start. The second one on my list, oh, I love this place. It's called Halftime Beer. Halftime Beer has two locations in New York State, Poughkeepsie, and I believe it's pronounced Mamaroneck. Mamaroneck. Yeah, don't quote me on that pronunciation. I tried my best. Yeah, anyway, they have more beer online than you could possibly look at in a day. I'm telling you, they have beer everywhere on that website. And all you have to do is go on there, make your selection, and have it shipped. Now, they do have gift boxes, which come with a really nice cooler. Yeah, and you can't beat it. It's $5 shipping on those special orders. Now, on the other beers, the shipping can get a little bit pricey, but I've never had an order for more than $20 shipping, which I think is really good for 12 bottles of beer. Now, if you get cans, it's less cost because it weighs less. And that's what costs the money is the weight and the size of the box. So, yeah, check them out. Now, I belong to two of their what's known as Beer of the Month Club. I'm in their German Beer of the Month Club, so I get 12 bottles from six different breweries, two of each, once a month. And there's a lot of beers in there that I've never heard of from Germany. I thought I had them all, not even close. And then I have the Around the World Beer Club, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's beers from all over the world. So far, I only got one beer that I didn't really like. It happens. It happens. And, you take your chances on that. But I got some beer from South Korea, of all places, South Korea. I thought it was really, really good. Now, last on the list, but not least, and I didn't put these in any particular order, it's the best damn beer shop. Now, they're out of San Diego, and they have a killer selection. I'm telling you. Matter of fact, talking about all this beer, I'm going to have one here. Mm, that's just a regular run of the mill Pilsner, German style, but it hits the spot on a day like this. Anyway, best damn beer shop. Woo! Now, their shipping, they require you to choose in lots of six. So you can get 6, 12, 18, 24 is the maximum. And their shipping is reasonable considering I'm on the East Coast and they're on the West Coast. Yeah, the shipping is generally about $19 for a 12 bottle selection, which I don't think is a lot. $19? No, I don't think that's a lot. Now, the more beer you buy, the less money it's going to cost. That's just a fact of economics. So if you want to buy six beers, it's going to cost more to ship it than the 12. Hey, I don't make the rules, man. Just buy more beer. You save more money on shipping. What can I tell you? Yeah, but they're a great place, and so all three of those places, Rivalry Brews for Ohio beers, and then you have the Halftime Beverage, which is in New York. They have a selection on everything, and same thing with Best Damn Beer Shop. Now, if you want some West Coast beers that you can't find in your town, that's the place to buy them at. Last but not least, people always ask me, what is that on your beer glass? Well, I bought it at Amazon, Amazon.com. It's called a vacuum vin. Vacuum vin. And if I'm not mistaken, it's from Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. And the inside of it is lined with special material. So what you do is you put this in the freezer, you let it sit overnight, and then you put your beverage in here, and it will maintain that beverage at around 38 degrees, which is really cold for a beer. But I like my Pilsners cold. Now, if you already have a beer that warmed up, put it in here and it'll bring it to the proper temperature, no doubt. And I said last, but I was mistaken. This is the last thing I want to talk about. Dr. Dave's beer glasses. Now, I did sell these a number of years ago when I had my other beer channel. And this is a new design, though. This is a different design. Now, I could sell these if there's enough interest in them, but I have to order them about 144 at a time. So I don't want to order them unless there's some real interest in them. Now, it's difficult to see on here, but it says Dr. Dave's cheap ass beer reviews. Yeah, it's not really going to come out that well there on the camera, but I would sell these at cost. Now, I'm not trying to make any money on them. I think it cost me 14.98 to have those made, so I would sell them at the same price. Now, I don't know, the price could have gone up because I did buy those a few years back. So, but I would sell them at cost if anybody's interested. But like I said, I don't get any money off these links. There's no affiliate links here. I'm not making any money. I just wanted to let everybody know where I buy my beer so you could buy it too. Oh, and you know, I almost forgot the Amazing Clubs Beer of the Month Club. Amazing Clubs. I'll put all the links in the description box. Knock yourself out. Hey, thanks for watching, okay? And Dr. Dave says cheers to that.